Hey, I'm over here at Garden Supply with Keith Ramsey, and pollinators are a big thing. We're coming into summer season, and bees need to be everywhere getting these plants going, and Keith's going to give us a little education on some stuff.
Yeah, so people plant pollinators for the bees. There's about 250 native bees in North Carolina, so people, you're supporting the health of the native bee. Honeybees are actually not native, but they do a heck of a job pollinating for us. They were imported from Europe, but supporting the honeybees as well. Most of the plants that you use for a pollinator garden are going to be, if they're bee friendly, they're going to be butterfly friendly. They're probably also going to attract some hummingbirds. So it's kind of a nice thing to have in a yard. Supports nature. A few of the plants that I like to use are agastache, blooms from early spring or mid-spring till fall. It's in the mint family. It's got a square stem, got a real spicy kind of fragrance to the leaves. This is always my first go-to. This will attract hummingbirds. It'll attract butterflies, and then yellowfinches as the flowers spin and the seed starts to set seed. A yellowfinch will actually land on this little teeny weak branch, flap its wings at the same time, and eat seed out of the flower. So you'll have purple flowers and yellowfinches on the same one. And I always tell people, if it doesn't attract yellowfinches, we'll give you your money back. Like it's that simple when you plant that plant. And it's a good sturdy plant. It does have a tendency to get powdery mildew from time to time, but it lives with it pretty well. It's if you want to keep the powdery mildew off of it, you can use something like Triple Action. Triple Action is a fertile product. You can buy it at most local garden centers, but it's something that's pollinator friendly. It's two natural products. It's neem oil and pyrethrum. Pyrethrum's got a quick knockdown. As long as you're not spraying it while the bees are flying or pollinators are flying, you're great. It'll give you control, and it's still safe for the bees. Gaillardia, another one. Yellowfinches will eat the seed. Butterflies, hummingbirds, not hummingbirds, but butterflies and bees absolutely love it. This is a fairly large plant. Spreads pretty rapidly. This plant, I've got one at the house that's 4 foot by 4 foot, maybe even 5 foot by 4 foot. Black and blue salvia. You got the dark stems and then the purple flowers. And if you don't have hummingbirds on this, you don't have hummingbirds, pretty much.
Now, Keith, how long does this black and blue salvia bloom?
So it's just coming into bloom now in North Carolina in May. It's just typically probably by the end of April. We've had kind of a cool spring, but it'll bloom clear through till fall.
Oh wow!
Most of the salvias are repeat bloomers, and they're gonna keep blooming. This is verbena. It's a type of verbena. It's a tall verbena. Most verbenas creep along the ground. This one actually gets about 2 to 3 feet, depending on the variety. So in the salvia family, this is an old standby. This is Mainite salvia. Again, hummingbirds go crazy for it, butterflies, bees, all of the above. Another plant that produces flowers that Rudbeckia. This is a biennial Rudbeckia. There's some perennial Rudbeckia, but super easy to grow. Sun to part shade with most of these that I've showed you, but you can grow them in 4 hours of sun out into hot blasting sun. Purple coneflower, not in bloom yet, but just coming into bloom. Ranges from white to orange to purple. But that's a perfect plant. Purple coneflower is another one that the yellowfinches go crazy for. Got the perfect kind of seed for them. So anyway, there's an endless amount of plants. So that's a coreopsis, and again, it's producing seed that the yellowfinches will eat. Butterflies go crazy for this, and then the bees will be on it as well. A lot of times, if you don't see honeybees this time of year, it's because they're in the trees. Bees go up into the trees when the tulip poplars are blooming, and as the tulip poplars end, they come back down, and you'll start to see them like within a week's time. Here we got a bumblebee perusing all our things that we were just talking about. So kind of an interesting thing. Start small. You can always add seeded parsley or parsley plants. and fennel. The butterflies will lay their eggs on them, and the larvae hatch, and you'll have caterpillars that'll eat your fennel so you're kind of adding to that whole range of things that you can do. Anyway, that pretty much takes care of it. Swing by, we can help you out. Call Leapfrog, you can get them out there. It's a fun project for kids. Get out in the garden.